Hello, I'm John Ricciutti from MainlineTV.org. Our guest today, and she's been on before, our international opera soprano, Dominika Zamara, and her agent in the United States, Joe Mornelli. Joe is, aside from being a friend of mine, is the founder and oracle of Radio Voice Italia, and as I said, he's Dominika's manager. We are educational, as our shows are educational, informative, and entertaining. And I'm glad you're able to join the club today.
Hello, so happy to be here. Thank you for invitation, John. I love your show and follow you from Italy, and many people who follow also opera follow your show. So thank you for invitation.
Oh, and thank you. Thank you very much. Again, welcome back.
Thank you.
And taking the time out of your busy schedule and interviewing with us. And today is the first stop in the United States.
Yes, it's my first day. I have small jet lag. Sorry for my, if I will be a little drunk with my brain. Because I arriving yesterday from Italy, from Milano, and just today, after our interview, I have flight to Dallas because I will be performing during Contemporary Music Festival, Nakusa, contemporary music in 2 days with Maestro Rentowski. He wrote world premiere of his piece.
Are you suffering from jet lag right now?
Not so much. Now I'm full of energy. I'm happy to be here. But yes, maybe it's a problem to wake up or to go to sleep. It's a problem with sleeping, especially. Yes, a little bit.
So, what were you saying? Dallas is your first concert tour?
Yes, my first concert is December 19. Jet lag. September 19 in Dallas, organized by Nakusa Composer Society, Contemporary Composer Society.
And whose music will you be singing?
I will performing music of Mr. Rentowski, Wiesław Rentowski. He wrote a beautiful triptych for soprano, voice, and violin. So we're performing this music. And it's very interesting also argument because the text is wrote by Ginczanka. Ginczanka was also in Holocaust period. She was Polish and Jewish and a little Ukrainian, some blood Ukrainian. And she was absolutely killed by German people during Holocaust time. So very, very dramatic, very powerful poetry and beautiful, powerful music of Maestro Rentowski. Another piece is completely different, Saltarello. It's very interesting because Luigi Puglia, Italian poet, wrote poetry, very positive about love, about romantic love, about speranza, about hope. So it will be beautiful text and with organ. Organ, Saltarello, it means something like dancing, something very contrasting from this triptych. And I will performing another piece of Maestro Hamilton. He's from, I think, from New York. The first time I will be performing his two music. It's very nice.
It wouldn't be fair if I didn't say this to you, because the first time you were here, we weren't broadcasting internationally, but we are now. So at any time, if you feel the urge to say something in Italian, because if they're able to watch this in Italy as we're speaking, feel free to speak in Italian. I don't speak Italian, but you're welcome to say anything in Italian or Polish, because they're able to watch us because we are streaming worldwide.
Thank you.
I should have said that to you sooner, so for that I'm sorry.
Thank you.
When you grew up in Poland, was it a communist country?
Yes, yes.
It was still communist?
Yes, yes.
So you went to Italy after?
Yes.
After it became an independent country?
Yes, yes, after. I was born in, I don't want to say which date exactly, it's my secret. No. Joe knows. But yes, I was born exactly the time where the date where communism was still there, but was just finishing. So it's just new aging and better time from Poland for our community. And I won scholarship to Italy, but later, some years later, and I was studying conservatory in Verona. It was very important for me because I met Maestro De Mori. He was teacher and conductor of Maria Callas also, so it was amazing and big honor for me to learning music and partitura, especially opera La Traviata, opera La Bohème that I was performing with him, with this amazing maestro.
Did you ever meet Cecilia Bartoli?
No, never met her, but it was very funny because like 2 weeks ago I was performing in France in the same festival that she was performing in Vazon de Rouen, a beautiful country, mid-age. Everything is from mid-age century, antique cathedral, antique place, and they have beautiful archaeological area with antique amphitheater, Romanic amphitheater. So it's everything before Christ. So you feel a history inside there.
I meant to ask you this the first time we spoke. Do you play an instrument?
Yes, I play piano. Yes, it helps me a lot of. Yes.
Do most opera singers play an instrument?
Not everybody, but we have obligatory to studying piano, just a little bit, just to learn music. It's very helpful. But my grandfather, Stanislavo, he was organist, so he was my first teacher of piano, and it's helpful.
And some of the questions I may be asking you today are questions we asked earlier. However, we didn't stream worldwide. So if those questions are sound the same, it's because no one got to hear them the first time.
Yeah.
The last time you were on the show, you said you had hoped to get back into the recording studio.
Yes.
Incidentally, you gave me one of your albums and you signed it.
Yes.
And I still have it on my desk.
Thank you so much.
Have you gone back in the recording studio?
I come back to recording studio in Bologna recently. I was recording, but I not finished yet my CD because I was so busy with performing this until when we see each other. I was in Argentina, in Mexico, in the US again for a Carnegie Hall performing second time. I was in Poland. I don't remember where. In France. In Italy, different places, so I traveling so much and didn't have time to finish yet. I hope the next year, yeah.
Well, it's very difficult producing an album.
Yes, very.
And opera singers have slightly moved away from just strictly singing opera.
It's true.
I'm talking about Pavarotti, for example.
Amazing Pavarotti.
Yes, and other opera singers. Are you still in the opera vein, or have you moved slightly away from it in any capacity?
So it's a great question. Yes, I still in Italian, in opera, bel canto, classical singing, but sometimes I love contemporary music. For example, like Dallas and US generally are very open for contemporary music, for new style. It's still with opera voice style, but partitura is a little different, much more contemporary, different harmony, of course. Texts are more dramatic maybe and a little different. But still the same kind of voice, the same technique is on the one. I think bel canto technique that I studying and I improve in Italy. But sometimes I love these new styles. I love this contemporary stuff. In also Carnegie Hall, I was performing Alleluia for Peace by Maestro James Adler, amazing composer from New York. And he wrote in language of a little contemporary music, not completely opera, but contemporary style, in new chords, new vocal line. And sometimes I like also film style. I was recording something for movies recently in Bologna also. So I love it.
When Poland got its independence from the Soviet Union,
yes.
Who encouraged you to go to Italy to develop your singing skills?
So I won this scholarship because somehow was a union between Poland and Italy. Italy and Poland was always historical friends. Also in our hymn, Inno Polacco, in our hymnus we have words about Italy, and because Polish people fighting for Italian people in Monte Cassino special, and still is cemetery Monte Cassino. It's very close to Rome. For our Polish soldiers. So we have this connection and special friendship with Italy. So Italian government and Polish government make friendship also with change culture changes. For example, Polish students who was studying in conservatory had possibility to won scholarship, and I won this scholarship to going to Verona to studying with great teachers, with great Italian professors, maestros. It was a great honor for me, so I'm very grateful for it. Really, Italy is for me like paradise. I love it.
That's very interesting. You see, the Polish soldiers that you were talking about
Yes.
were probably conscripts from Italy, which was an Axis
Yes.
country to Germany. So they were actually fighting against Americans,
Yes.
defending, as you said, Monte Cassino, which was a terrible waste.
Yes.
Terrible historic waste. But anyway, I wanted to, I could see the connection now. I wanted to ask about your tour, but I wanted to ask first, how did you and Joe connect? I mean, he's your manager in the United States. How did that happen?
Do you want me to say it? Or
Yeah, you can say. It was surprising,
I'll
very
give
nice.
the Cliff Notes version, the short version. Basically, she inquired to one of her friends who lives now in Cape May, New Jersey,
Yes.
that one particular conversation, she had asked her if maybe she knew someone in the greater Philadelphia area that was connected more or less.
Dominika
you know. Yeah.
Yes,
So
yes.
that she was speaking, for Dominika, because she wanted to come to Philadelphia and actually, she was going to start performing more in the U.S.
Yes.
So she thought, hey, let me ask Donna,
Yes.
and Donna said, I don't know anyone directly, but, I grew up with a great guy who lived in my neighborhood. You know who this is, right?
I may. Go ahead.
Yes.
A great guy lived in my neighborhood, little, small, narrow South Philadelphia street. And then, he went his way and I moved, I got married, and all that. He stayed single. And his name was Bob Charger, one of the legendary disc jockeys in
amazing.
Philadelphia and beyond, internationally known, really.
Yeah.
So he said, I may know a guy who may be connected somewhat. He has an
Yes.
Italian-American radio show, Wednesday nights, Radio Voice Italia, and there might be something there. So do you want me to, spread the word, call him? And he did, and that was great. And I got in touch with her.
Yes.
And what really was, first and foremost, what came out, she wanted to go to the Mario Lanza Museum.
Yes, because I love Mario Lanza.
And she asked me if I knew of it more or less, if I'd been there. And I said, oh my gosh, I know the proprietor, I know the curator, not the proprietor. And I know him well. And I said, I think, we can arrange for you to go anytime. And,
Yes.
so she was gracious enough to take the invitation, but she was gracious enough to do a recital there for a great in-house audience. It was never that full, the audience in that museum before. And, she rattled all the glass display cases, Mario Lanza's incredible collection of clothing and everything there.
Yes.
The audience was, they were aficionados. They knew quite a bit about opera.
Yeah.
They surprised me. And it was a huge success.
Who the audience? You mean?
Yeah.
Well, they're Italians. Doesn't Italian and opera go together?
Yeah, but that doesn't
Yes.
mean, that means they may play the, the album once every 5 years.
I'm
and
being
they
facetious.
Have their parents' 78s,
Yeah.
So it was a huge success, and then we stayed in touch pretty much right
Yes.
after that.
Yeah.
And before you know it, she got her debut at Carnegie Hall shortly after, and that was great. So I made sure I went there and all.
Yes.
So that's really our connection.
And you promoted all that.
We built on that.
Yeah.
I promoted Mario Lanza for sure, and I'm promoting her as well as I can here in the U.S. and really the East Coast right now.
And she was a guest on your show.
She's a monthly guest,
Yes.
and subject to her schedule.
And she broke the barrier, right? I mean,
She broke the
traditionally
barrier.
had to be Italian to be on your show,
Oh,
right?
yeah. Well, more or less, yeah.
Yeah, because it was like a private club.
I've heard a little bit
Wow.
about that, but everybody's good with that.
Yeah.
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 So no, she's
So,
fantastic.
are you following her, Dominika, on the tour?
oh no.
Oh no.
Well, she's going to be in Dallas tomorrow for rehearsal.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, talk about a fast-paced schedule.
How long does a rehearsal last?
Tomorrow, it's depends because it's very different artists and everybody arriving from different countries. For example, organist, some pieces that I will performing will be with organist, Saltarello, for example, and he arrived from Los Angeles. Amazing maestro Neil Steep, very great organist and composer. So I think that we need at least 1 hour for this piece. Another hour I need with violinist and with pianist for triptych because it's very difficult. It's Ginchanka triptych and Maestro Rentowski. And from other 2 pieces I need also like 2 hours. So I think 3 hours we need for
3 hours.
Yes, for good rehearsal.
That sounds like a short period of time.
I'm going to get back to your schedules, but sometimes when I'm talking with someone, things pop into my head, and I say, well, should I ask that or shouldn't I? Yeah. Traditionally, Italian opera singers, they throw fits. You know, they throw their hands up and they're very dramatic. I had an aunt like that, and she wasn't an opera singer. Do you do that? Do you get real like dramatic and yell and say that's not right and you're off key? Do you do that?
Sometimes, but
you
not
do, huh?
very. Sometimes.
So then you really are an Italian opera singer.
She shatters glass too when she really gets.
Sometimes yes.
Sometimes you shatter glass.
Sometimes yes.
Yeah, wow.
Sometimes yes.
Okay, back to her schedule, Joe.
Yeah.
So
okay, let me go over the schedule. I have my notes
Dallas
here.
is first.
So tomorrow she'll be in Dallas. I'll be bringing her to the airport after lunch, and the 20th, which is Friday. No, the 20th would be the concert. Right?
That will be the concert. 19 will be the concert.
19th,
yes.
Right, the concert.
concert.
Okay, September 20th, you're in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Milwaukee, yes.
And you've been there before?
Yes, I've been there 20 for rehearsal because also organist is new. Sometimes it's crazy, it's casual because I don't know these people who will be performing. So accompagnamento of organo, it's my first time that I meet this person. Our first meeting, and I hope to find good feeling. Sometimes it's good feeling, sometimes it's less, sometimes more. But I hope that. But always I have professional, very good musicians. So one rehearsal should be enough. Everybody have to be very well prepared.
Do you sometimes say, I don't want that person here. No, he's not a good. He or she is not good. No. Have you ever had to do that?
But very rare, very rare. Only with two Italian tenors was happened.
2 Italian tenors?
Yes, because they had good voice, but very arrogant. I don't like arrogant people. I love working with professional people, but also nice atmosphere. I love nice atmosphere. I don't like, competition, arrogant. So 2 times was happened.
Okay, where to next, Joe?
Okay, Milwaukee, September 20th.
Yes, September 20, rehearsal to September 21, Milwaukee Basilic will performing. And also it's very interesting because I will be performing world premiere of Maestro Bedetti, Italian composer. He wrote special composition for Millennium because it will be Millennium concert, Millennium of coronation of our king, Polish king, Bolesław Chrobry. So he wrote a composition for him in Latin language and with organ and voice. So I'm very excited about this world premiere. I say hello, Irena, Polish president who organized this great concert. So happy to be there.
Will you sing that in Polish?
Yes.
Okay.
Something. I will be performing something of Paderewski and Chopin in Polish, and mostly pieces in Italian, also in Latin language, because it's great for organ repertoire and voice. Latin language is perfect.
Does that translate well?
It's possible to do it. Yes.
Did Chopin never wrote opera? Did he?
He never wrote opera, but he wrote only these Polish 19 songs, Polish songs.
Yeah.
Absolutely great. Yeah. Now I have a question to ask you. I didn't mean to ask you. September 22nd, Polanski, USA.
Yes.
Now my question is, am I right? Are there like 3 locations of Polanski in the USA?
Yes. I discovered this very funny. This is Polanski from Wisconsin.
Okay. So
and they have beautiful theater. It's like for 2,000 people, very big theater. Mm-hmm. And there I will performing some bel canto Italian, of course, Bellini, Rossini, Donizetti. And some also Chopin. They asking me to do some Chopin. And I will be happy to do this.
I'm sure they do.
I love it. Yes.
So you'll be in Wisconsin through September 26th, pretty much.
Yes. I have also another concert. This new one, 23. I have also Lawrence. for university concert.
Oh.
And it's very nice because it's a multi-language university, and they're asking me to perform in different languages. So we're performing Dvořák in Czech language, Chopin in Polish, Latin language, Vivaldi, of course some Italian like Bellini that I really love, so Italian, French, of course, Bizet, in French, Carmen, opera Carmen, one aria, Habanera, and what else? Also, they asked me German language. Also,
You speak German as well?
I was performing. I was studying many years, and
Okay.
sometimes I performing in German. I will performing some Brahms. I don't studying so much because I was studying in school in Liceo in Italy, 6 years, and also in Poland. I know pronunciation. I know grammar. Not practicing so much, so my German is not perfect, of course. But I performing sometimes because they have good music, of course. Brahms, Schubert, Schumann. So sometimes I performing.
Okay, and then I don't have a date for Luxembourg.
Yes,
Luxembourg.
yes. I have a direct flight from Chicago to London, Luxembourg. And this is my first time there in Luxembourg.
In Luxembourg?
Yes, I've never been. Have you ever been?
I did. It took me 15 minutes to drive through it on the
Wow.
the Autobahn.
No kidding.
We were going. Yeah, we were going from Switzerland to my wife and I from Switzerland to Germany, and we drove through Luxembourg.
Do you like Luxembourg? It's
It's a
nice.
beautiful
Bit
place,
nice? Beautiful.
you know,
Should be
for
beautiful.
sure.
It's the first time Luxembourg. It's very nice music festival, bridges, classical bridges, and I will perform it with Italian pianista Ilaria Constantinis. We will perform it together, of course, Italian bel canto mostly, and also one composition of Maestro Bedetti, contemporary music.
And before you know it, I hate to say that, the China tour. China will
Yes.
never be the same after she goes to China.
Is this your first time in China?
It's second time.
Second time?
Some years ago I was just in China, but with China organization. And this time I go with Italian people, with Italian Philharmonic from Sicily. So
From Sicily?
From Palermo, yes. From Palermo.
But be careful with identifying Sicilians and Italians. I don't think they like that.
Oh, yeah.
I think they like to be called Sicilian, you know.
This is like, is it
My
sauce?
godmother.
This is like the greatest controversy in the world. Is it sauce or is it gravy?
Yes, bro. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Never be settled. Never be
Yeah,
settled.
but great musician. Anyway, great musician, 60 people in orchestra. And we had a very long tour because we start 19 of December and come back in 10 of January. Unfortunately, I can't spend this time with my family in Poland because Christmas time is important. It's tradition in
Yeah.
Poland with my family. But this time they forgive me. I go to this tournament
sure.
with orchestra, so I go to visit my family before.
Oh,
Sure.
that's nice. That's
It's
nice.
important for me this period.
Yeah.
Very sentimental time and traditional also. For my mom, it's very important. Yes.
That's nice. Do you find international audiences are pretty much the same when appreciating classical music, like as the audience in the United States, where you're going on this tour? Is there a difference performing in front of an American audience as opposed to a European or an Asian audience? Are they the same?
It's a great question because it's different a little bit. I love American people because they are very open-minded, very expressive, and people in US, I have to say that people who love classical music and opera, they know a lot about. They very well prepared, especially for Carnegie Hall audience. People really knows music. So they have very big emotion and enthusiasm and very open mind. I love performing US. People really love music. And States are very big, very huge, so it's easy to have a good audience here. I love really, it's good emotion always for me performing here. And also with contemporary music special, because in Europe people are very close-minded for contemporary music. For them it's very difficult because they are more traditional. They prefer Bach, Chopin, Mozart, but not so much contemporary. But here in US I find many people who are very open-minded for new style, new connection. So you are very open-minded. I love this in US.
Oh.
So this is great. Europe is more traditional and more, how to say, very critical. They can kill you. For example, Italian audience, very enthusiastic, always like bravo, bravo. They have a lot of emotion. But if you're singing bad, they can kill you. Really, they can write very bad opinion review, and you never singing in Italy again in serious theater. So it's very risky. Always in Italy, it's like exam for me because they really know traditional opera. They coming. I remember when I was performing Traviata in Italy. one lady, she's staying in the same hotel like me. She told me, "Oh, you will sing tomorrow Traviata. I know perfectly your part." So singing well. I was stressed. It's always stress in Italy.
These are aficionados. I mean, they
Oh, sure,
they
sure.
memorize the whole score.
Yes,
Oh,
of course,
yeah,
they're memorizing
yeah,
everything. I can't make any mistakes. They know better than me even. Everything is incredible. Yeah, yes.
Do you? I know you did La Boheme by
Yes.
Puccini.
Yes.
Do you see yourself as that dreamy, romantic seamstress character?
Yes, I love this character. Every time when I performing character, I try to be me. I forget that my name is Dominika. I try to enter completely in this my character of Mimi in this case. And I feel Mimi very well because she was very romantic. She was typical woman from Puccini opera. She's suffering a lot. She loved a lot. So a lot of deep emotion. Puccini was amazing psychologist of woman mind. Really, he was so smart. He loved women, and in his libretto, always protagonist is woman. That she suffered. She loved a lot of passion. So I love this character. Yes, but at the end, unfortunately, she died. She passed away. So very sad story, but very dramatic. But I love psychological developing of this personality of Mimi.
I have to ask you, do the changing of the seasons, do they affect your voice?
Yes, of course, always. The worst time for the voice, I think, is summer. If it's extremely hot, it's very bad for voice, really, because organism is a little weak. It's very difficult to performing when it's extremely hot. Like in Italy, for example, Rome, I remember was 40 degrees Celsius. It was very difficult to singing, and also a lot of conditioner air is very bad for voice, can infect a little bit. It's bad. Now it's perfect. It's perfect weather for voice this period. It's not so hot, not so cold. It's perfect. Also very bad is when it's winter, when it's very cold. You can very easy get sick, and yes, it's a problem with heighting also because drying vocal cords.
When in relationship to that, when you get up in the morning, do you have to exercise your throat or your voice?
Yes,
or
I
is
do.
there things you have to gargle with? Or?
Cappuccino, she gargles.
Cappuccino with cinnamon. Joe always sent me, Steven, don't forget cappuccino
gargle
with
with
cinnamon.
cappuccino?
But cinnamon is very good, yes. But yes, it's good. But first thing when I wake up, I drink a lot of water. Not very cold, of course, no gas water. It's very good for voice, and also water with lemon is good. And I walking a lot because when I moving my diaphragm, I try to walk. I try to singing well because when we are a live instrument. So if my organ is working well, my diaphragm, my breath is working well, I singing well. I have a long breath. This is important. I make some exercises every day, like Pilates. It's good for a breath, especially for long phrase. When I singing, some Mozart, for example, it's very good. And I'm practicing, of course, a lot of exercises with piano, some vocalizing, and studying my programs. Yes.
I know you don't, but I was always amazed at singers, and they didn't sing opera,
Yes.
so I understand that. Like Dean Martin and Frank Sinatra smoked like chimneys.
That really helped.
And yet they were able to go out and perform night after night after night.
That's because a combination of smoking and liquor, I think, actually.
You think that?
I think there's a chemical reaction there.
You think that did it?
For opera voice, it will be not possible.
I know you don't smoke. I know
No. But when I was teenager, I smoking a little bit. Nobody knows. My mother knows. But I smoking a little bit. Just it's my secret. But never again. And it was not. If it's smoking,
Cigarettes you smoke.
Cigarettes, but not anymore, of course. When I was teenager, I tried a little bit, like 2 months. But my mother discovered, so I have to stop. I have to stop.
I tried like three times.
But vodka, though, I'm sure.
Yeah. It's better not do it. It's not good for voice, really, because it's drying vocal cords. But I think even worse now is chemical, because many people are using not really cigarettes, not tobacco, but what's the name? And this chemical stuff. It's terrible. It smells very bad. And this is terrible because I had pianists in Italy. We're performing a lot. A very good pianist. I don't know say name, but he's smoking so much these electronic cigarettes. It was terrible for voice, drying so much. So never do it, please.
Well, is there anything we missed? Because we're up, our time is up. Is there anything you'd like to add?
I would like to maybe add, I'm waiting for...
And you can say it in Polish or Italian. or both.
Carissimi
You're free to.
amici, sono felicissima di essere qua con John e con Joe in questa bellissima trasmissione televisiva qua in Villanova, Philadelphia. Grandissimo giornalista, veramente bravissimo, preparato, molto serio. John, sempre proprio guardate, qua è scritto tutto, questo è serio giornalismo. I would like to say to people, Italian journalists, how it's mean great journalist, very professional. He's so prepared. Great, amazing, prepared, everything is perfect. So it should be like this. And also Joe Marinelli is a really great journalist, very serious, always prepared. He has amazing Radio Voice Italia, and always very prepared, very perfect. Really, I love this journalist like you. It's very rare now. So you have to study in this way.
Well, I want to thank Kevin, who was our producer and director today. It's a first for us because this is the first time we've done something with an international voice, even though we've had an international guest on before. But this is the first time. This is a very unique experience. And I also want to thank our intern, Cooper Roy, who assisted Kevin in the production of today's show. So thank you very much. And
Thank
again,
you.
Thank you for having us again.
So
Thank
thank
you.
you for coming, and I
Thank
wish you
you.
tremendous luck and success on
Thank
your
you.
tour. God bless you.
Thank you so much.
And
Thank you
you
from
as well,
heart.
Joe, with Radio Voice Italia. And until next time, this is John Ricciutti, and I hope you enjoyed the show. Thank you.